First, we're going to start with population. And starting with population, we are considered the melting pot when it comes to ethnic groups. We have all kinds of ethnic groups, including white, black, Asian, Amerindian and Alaskan Native, Native Hawaiian, and Hispanic. And here in America, we have no official language, but English is the most dominant and Spanish is second. Uh, in America, people tend to live to 70s, 80s. It's usually about the range of how long people live. The middle age for male is 36 years, and the middle age for female is 39 years. And in addition to urbanization, 82% of the total population lives in urban areas. Continuing on with population, there are more than 8.4 million millionaires here in America. And for middle class, what kind of defines a person in middle class is they make between 40,000 and 100,000 and they have a secure job. 86% of adults say that a secure job is a must to be in middle class. 46.5 million people live in poverty, and the average poverty threshold for a family of four is $23,492. Women-headed families are more likely to be poor, and the unemployment rate is 8.1%, which ranks us at 95th in the world. Now, moving on to government, we have a constitution-based federal republic. With the elections, the executive branch is a president and vice president, and they are both elected on the same ticket by a college of representatives who are elected directly from each state. The legislative branch, we have a bicameral Congress, we have a Senate and a House, and in the Senate there are 2 representatives per state, and the representatives in the House are based on the population of the state. And then both are directly elected by popular vote. And then the judicial branch, we have the U.S. Supreme Court on a federal level. We have the U.S. Supreme Court where we have 9 justices, and those justices are nominated by the president and given consent by the Congress, and then they are there for life. In America, we have 2 main really big political parties. We have the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. And then we have like the Tea Party and a few other third parties. Now, moving on to the economy, we have the largest and most technologically powerful economy in the world. We are a market-oriented economy, which means that private individuals and business firms make most of the decisions. U.S. firms are at or near the forefront in technological advances, especially in computers and medical, aerospace, and military equipment. But that was kind of more near World War II, and that advantage has narrowed a little bit. The onrush of technology has led to the gradual development of a two-tier labor market, subprime mortgage crisis, falling home prices, investment bank failures, tight credit, and the global economic downturn has pushed the U.S. into a recession since mid-2008. And then in October of 2008, the U.S. Congress established a 700 billion Trouble Asset Relief Program, also known as TARP, to help stabilize financial markets. And then the wars in the Middle East have contributed to the growth of the budget deficit and public debt. Continuing on with the economy, our GDP per capita is 50,700, which ranks us at 14th in the world. Our GDP real growth rate is 2.2%, which ranks us at 128th in the world. Our industries are highly diversified and world-leading. We are a high technology innovator, and we are the second largest industrial output in the world. Some of our industries include petroleum, steel, motor vehicles, aerospace, telecommunications, chemicals, electronics, food processing, consumer goods, lumber, and mining. Continuing with economy, our budget in revenue, we make about $2.4 trillion, but then in expenditures, we spend $3.5 trillion. In exports, we make or spend kind of about $5.56 trillion, which makes us third in the world. We export agricultural products, including soybeans, fruit, and corn, industrial supplies, including organic chemicals, capital goods, which include transistors, aircraft, motor vehicle parts, computers, telecommunications equipment, and telecommunications equipment. Our consumer goods that we export include automobiles and medicine. And then with imports, we spend 2.29 trillion, which ranks us at second in the world. And we import agricultural products, industrial supplies such as crude oil, capital goods such as computers, telecommunications equipment, motor vehicle parts, office machines, and then electric power machinery. And then our consumer goods that we import are automobiles, clothing, medicines, furniture, and toys.